Hi there, this is Andrea Mowry of Drea Renee Knits, and today I want to show you how to finish off a little picot hem. So I used a picot hem on these sweet little socks. Pretty cute, right? The little cuff. So all we're doing to create a picot hem is you work a length of stockinette stitch, and halfway through you do a row of yarn over, knit two together. And you just do that all the way around. And when you fold it, it creates these super adorable little picots. So what we want to do when we're ready to seam, and a couple good rules of thumb for sewing and seaming in your knitting, it will always be easier to seam something after blocking than before, which I have not blocked these. So do you see that little curled edge? That can make it a little trickier. So if you're having trouble, try blocking it first. And as far as the length of yarn to use to sew, I always do about 3 times the length that I'm sewing. So for these little socks, I'm doing 3 times the circumference. And I'm just using the same yarn that I knit them out of because it's strong. These are socks. All right, so what you want to do is you want to fold the top, your bind off edge, to the inside of your work. And you're folding on the fold line of your yarn overs, knit two togethers. It will naturally want to fold there. And then what we're going to do for these socks, it's really easy to see where you're sewing it to because the body of the sock is mostly reverse stockinette. And then I switched to regular stockinette for the picot cuff. So you can see this nice defined line in here is what we're sewing into. So you're going to fold your edge in, and I don't worry about having the whole thing folded in right at the beginning because it will naturally fold down as I keep going. But if it's easier and more manageable for you, what you can do is you could even pin, every quarter to hold it down so that you also know you're sewing evenly. So that's another nice little seaming trick. So to sew it in, all I'm doing is I have the inside of the sock facing me. And I'm going through, this is my bind off edge. Do you see how it looks like a sideways knit stitch? So I'm going through both legs of the knit stitch and then into this little purl bump on the interior. And then I just pull my yarn through. Okay, so let's do another one. Both legs of my knit stitch down into this next little purl bump and pull my yarn through. And it just gives this nice, strong finish. Do a couple more, but I bet you already get it. Little purl bump. So 2 knit legs to the purl bump, pull them through. You're going to do that all the way around. I'll show you the inside of the finished sock. So it turns into this really nice, tidy seam on the inside. And that's it. Pretty easy, right? Whoever figured out the picot hem, I salute you because it's a really fun way to finish anything, a shawl, a garment, and it looks really polished. I'm gonna do one more here. There we go. There's the beginning. All right, I hope you add a picot hem to something soon, and happy knitting.